or no? Can you hear me?
Yes.
Do you have a pet in your house? No? Hello or no? Okay. Yes. Maybe we're having problems with the connection. Okay, yes, she is. Um, well, Ismael, you were here yesterday. Oh, here's Andres. And, yesterday we were talking about how we can raise money and how to think outside of the box. And thinking outside the box means to, you know, think of new ideas, be innovative, be creative, to think differently from other people. You know, a lot of times maybe you're in a group with your friends and you have a problem and everybody thinks of the same solution, but you have a different solution. So you think outside the box. You're not normal when you solve your problems. And that is an important skill to have, but not many people have it, right? Um, before we begin checking the homework, I would like for us to watch this video that's going to be essential to us. Okay, hello Andres. Um, okay, so this video is going to help us with the class today because today we are going to write a letter to to a school about things you can do to raise money, to get money, to collect money for this event. Okay, so they're going to give you a problem, and the problem is you don't have money. So you have to think of different solutions so you can raise money for the school. Okay, so everybody, let me share my desktop with you. All right, everybody, can you see my screen?
Yes.
Okay. If you have a, hold on. Okay, Yasmin is here. Well, everybody's here. Okay, this video is called Financial Education. It's financial education about things you can do to be smarter with your money. And this one is how to raise capital. You know, capital is money. It's a fancy word for money when it comes to business. And apparently, how to raise capital is a number one skill of an entrepreneur. Okay. And remember, in this lesson, you need to think of different ways to raise money. So this will give us some ideas, or maybe it can inspire other ideas that you're going to see in the lesson. Okay, so if you have headphones, please put them in. This is a video about Robert Kiyosaki. He is the writer of Rich Dad, Poor Dad, Padre Pobre, Padre Rico. And he is one of the best financial advisors, okay? So please pay all attention, give all your attention to this video.
Hello, Robert Kiyosaki again, and this is installment 3, and it's my sharing information about what my seminar will be about, how to raise capital, the number one skill of an entrepreneur, to be held May 1st, 2nd, 3rd, 2009, Scottsdale, Arizona. Price is $5,000. So, thank you for listening, and I'll share some of the insights I've learned over the years on raising capital. Again, it's the most important skill I have. And just to reiterate, was in approximately 1975, I came out with this product, and we were extremely successful, but we kept running out of money. The more successful we got, the more we ran out of money. So that's when I went to my rich dad. I tried to borrow $100,000, and he chewed me out. He says, why would I invest in a dumb product when you have a bad business? And so that's when he began teaching me the next level of my entrepreneurial education. It's not about the product, it's about how to design a business that doesn't need me to keep raising the capital. In other words, how do you design a business that keeps raising money automatically? And today the Rich Dad company is cash rich, cash keeps pouring in because the ability to raise money constantly was designed into the business. And once again, this is the diagram, this is the BI triangle. These are the 8 pieces that make up a business. When a business is hurting, oftentimes it's because one of these 8 pieces is missing. For example, many times people say, I have a great product, but their legal is really bad, or their communication systems are bad, or their audit, their internal order processing is bad, or the manufacturing is bad, or the marketing is bad, or they have bad cash flow management. So part of the 3-day we'll be discussing, going into depth, how you put a solid business structure together. Because this is it. There's trillions, well, not trillions, but billions of dollars out there looking for a home. But they don't invest in products. And that was my Rich Dad's lesson. Sophisticated investors invest in a well-designed business. So with that, I'll go into a little more on what we'll be covering on our 3-day. And some of you who are familiar with my work understand this. When you look at a financial statement, let's say this is income, expense, asset, liability, okay? And as I explained in Rich Dad, Poor Dad, your house is not an asset. So basically most people have a house they think as an asset, but every month it's costing.
Okay, let me explain this real quickly. Okay. So this little square right here is your income, the money that you make, from your job or from your business, the money that comes in, okay? And this other square right here is your expenses, the money that you spend, okay? That can be your bills for food, transportation, etc. And then
an asset.
You have these other 2 squares. an asset and liabilities. Assets are things that you have that make you money. Okay, one of the most common assets are houses. You know, a lot of people have houses, and they rent the house. Okay, so every month they receive rent. All right, or maybe they have a business, and every day they receive money from their business. Okay, that is an asset, something that makes you money. Okay, and a liability is something that costs money. Okay, for example, if I buy a house to rent, it is an asset because every month is going to give me money. Okay, but if I buy a car and every month I need to pay, you know, the company, for example, if I buy with Toyota and every month I need to pay Toyota, that car is a liability because it costs me money. So income, the money that you make. Expenses, the money that you spend. Asset, things that make you more money. And liability, things that cost money. Keep that in mind.
But every month it's costing them money through a thing called a mortgage payment. That's why they're broke. So what makes a person rich, like what makes me rich, is very simply I have assets such as businesses. I have the Rich Dad business. Every month, lots of money comes in. I also have real estate. I also have stocks and bonds, and I have commodities, such as I am a partner in oil companies, and every month, the cash flows into me. So this is the model of a rich person. Whether I work or not, money comes in, okay? And that's what makes me rich. Most people, all they have is a mortgage payment, car payment, college loan payment.
By the way, mortgage is the money that you pay for your house. Okay?
And all that, that's a poor person, okay? So what makes the same thing that makes a rich person rich and what makes a well-designed business rich is that as a sophisticated investor, let's say this is a rich business, when I wrote the business plan for Rich Dad, Poor Dad, this company now, is that I had to design in assets. So one of the biggest assets Rich Dad has is we are a brand and we license our name. So all over the world, there's about 60 people who every month send me money. It was designed into the business plan. For example, with Rich Dad, Poor Dad, every month, people like in Japan and China and Asia and Europe, every month they send me money. The second thing is every time I write a book, every month money comes in. When I design my board game, every month money comes in. And what else we have? When we have seminars, more money comes in. So every month, the business of Rich Dad gets richer and richer because we're constantly setting up more assets. So what makes a person rich is the same thing that makes a business rich. So when I designed the Rich Dad company, I designed it to be a rich company. Once I designed this, it was very easy to raise capital. Capital poured in because sophisticated investors, people on the B and I side of the quadrant, saw that I knew how to build a rich, stable company. So today, the Rich Dad company has zero debt and just tons of cash flow coming in, regardless if I work or not. So I hope that makes sense to you, is every month or every year, the Rich Dad company is working to add more assets to the business. So in this economic downturn, money still comes in. When I designed my Velcro company, I designed a wallet and it was sold. Once it was sold, there was no more income coming in. It was a poorly designed business. And that's why my Rich Dad didn't want to invest in my wallet company. But the rich dad company, because the rich dad company is building assets all the time, it gets to be richer and richer and richer. So, in final statement, in final, I'd like to point out, finally, I'd like to point out one more thing that makes a company rich or poor is business design. The reason it's hard for most people to raise capital, I don't care if it's real estate or what, is very simply because most people operate here. There is no asset. The only asset is the entrepreneur who's working hard. Like if I owned a pizza shop, I have to be there 24/7 or responsible for it.
These these letters represent a word. The E is for an employee. Okay, an employee. Like me, I work for the school. I am an employee. Okay. Yasmin works for the store. She is an employee. Andres for the airport. He is an employee. The S is for a small business. A small business. You know, just a few people work with you, or you are self-employed. For example, maybe you are a mechanic. You are a mechanic, and every day you don't work for other people. You have your business, but every day you work. Okay, you work. That is a small business. So we have employee, E employee, S small business or self-employed, and B is for business. Okay, these are for the people that have their business. No, like Amazon is the business, Apple is a business, Huawei, those are businesses. And I is for the investor. You know, an investor is the person who puts money in a business and receives more money later. Okay?
There's no sense investing in it. There's no sense investing in it. The other thing, too, if you have a service business, like, remember Arthur Andersen was a huge accounting firm. The moment they had ran into problems with the Enron scandal, the whole business folded. The reason Arthur Andersen went down was because they were a service building business. They were a big business, but they had tons of accountants working for them. And so the problem with a business like Arthur Andersen is their assets went home every night. They had no real asset. So once again, people go home. The Rich Dad Company gets stronger because we really do have assets. People can come and go, but the business has assets and the thing keeps running. The final thing is this. It's the same thing. Ken McElroy, the ABCs of real estate, my partner in real estate deals, his business is exactly the same. So the key to raising money, this is Ken McElroy's company. It's called MC Companies. Ken McElroy's business is in the business of acquiring assets. That's why his company gets richer and richer and richer. Every year he adds probably 1,000 new apartment units to his inventory. So Ken's company gets richer and richer because MC Company is designed to increase assets. Poorly designed businesses never have any assets. They have huge liabilities. And I trust that makes sense to you. So Ken McElroy's business gets stronger and stronger and stronger because every year he's increasing more assets. The Rich Dad Company gets stronger and stronger and stronger because every year we add more assets. This year we're adding franchising to our mix. We're also, Rich Brother, Rich Sister, the book has come out. We come out with the real book of real estate, et cetera, et cetera. And every one of those products every year continues to send money into our product. So that's an idea of a well-designed business. If you have a well-designed business, I don't care if it's for real estate or making cash flow board games, if it's well-designed, investors will give money to you because this is a well-designed business. So that's what I'm talking. So this is installment 3 on how to raise capital. It gives you an idea of what makes us different. Again, thank you for listening so far. Even if you do not come, I trust you've learned something by listening to what makes certain businesses stronger than others, why certain businesses are weaker than others. And so, again, the price is $5,000, but there are discounts for people who have attended our seminars before.
Okay. So the best way to, raise money is to, have a successful business, right? You're raising money for a business. Now, that is for a big business. The thing that we're going to do today is not for a big business. It's for a school. But before we begin, did you do the homework?
I tried, teacher.
Yes, Yasmin, did you do the homework?
Yes.
All right, well, let's begin. Let's check the homework. Page 56, thinking outside the box. Andres, can you read the instructions for exercise B?
Match each puzzle above with its solutions.
All right. And what do you have for your answers?
Throw it strike up in the air. It's two.
Throw it straight up in the air.
I don't know if I okay.
Hold on. Throw it straight up in the air.
Is number 4.
Number 4. Yes.
4. So the number C is number 2.
Hold on. Letter C is number 2. Yes. Number 3. Sorry. Letter D is 6. Letter E?
3.
3. F?
1.
1. And G?
5.
5. All right. Excellent. Excellent. Now, exercise C. Find these words and expressions in the puzzle. Smash them with their definitions. Number 1 is
Teacher,
but. Yes?
Sorry, what does mean bald? The man is bald.
The man is bald. Oh, bald means you don't have any hair. No hair. Like Michael Jordan is bald. He doesn't have any hair. All right.
Like pennies.
Number 2, soaked is what?
F.
F, very wet. Not a single?
A.
I.
A, very good.
A.
Portrait?
T.
D, yes. Reverses direction?
E.
E. And 6, bouncing off?
D.
B, yes. Like a ball, you bounce it. And okay, thank you so much for doing your homework. Let's begin with the class. Please open up your student books to page 73. Okay, so I think every day has a computer, no?
Yes.
Yes, Ismael, do you're on your mom's laptop, right?
Yeah.
And Andres, you have your computer, or are you at work?
I have a computer.
Computer, and Jackie, you have a computer too?
Yes, too.
All right. Do all of you have a program or an application where you can write? Yes, like Microsoft Word, Notes, Notepad. Yeah?
Sorry,
Yes or no?
teacher?
Do you have an application where you can write?
Yeah, of course.
Yes, everybody? Okay, good. Yeah, you should have it. Maybe if you don't have Microsoft Word, you have Notepad or something like that. We're gonna need it today. Today, you're going to do something that I love so much. It is July 9th, 2020. January, February, March, April, May, June, July. We're in the 7th month. Today we're going to write a proposal to a school about a school lounge. All right, we are on page 73 and Touchstone 4, Unit 7, Lesson D. You are with moi, Fernando. And let me explain the objective today. To write a proposal to a school about a school lounge. Well, a proposal is like an offer, no? It's like an offer. Um, Proposals are common when you have a problem and somebody asks for a solution. Okay, boom, boom, boom. Um, like if I have a problem with my car, maybe you can say, "Oh, my brother can check it for you, teacher. Oh, you can take it to the mechanic shop. The one on Cuauhtemoc is really good. Oh, you should find it on YouTube." You know, all of those are proposals. They are offers or solutions to the problem. And a school lounge is a place where students can meet and they can study or they can relax before or after class. I don't know if um, I don't know if your school had it, but these places are very common in colleges and universities. Right? It's just a room that is designed for students to meet and relax and maybe study or just talk with their friends. Okay? That is a school lounge. So let's get into it. Everybody, page 73, a good solution. Speaking and writing, a good solution. Miss Chan, can you read the instructions for 2A, please?
2A.
Yes.
Group work. Consider the following problem, discuss your ideas, and agree on a situation. Use the 5 steps described in the article on page 72.
All right. Excellent. Well, let's read the problem. Let's see. Ismail, can you read the problem to us, please? The students.
Yeah. Proposal for a student. I don't know. The student you go to school, no?
Yes.
Yeah. And the student in your school do not have a place to study or to meet and relax before or after class. The school building has an extra room, but it is old and dirty. and it does not have any furniture or equipment such as chairs, tables, or a vending machine. Also, the school also limits budget. We would like to turn this space into a student lounge.
All right. So what is the problem? What is the problem here?
The students don't have room to study or meet before or after the class.
And all right. Now, obviously, the solution is to make a room for the students. But what is the other problem? What is the other problem
The other problem of what, teacher?
in this situation? All right, the schools. The school doesn't have a lounge for students, so they can't study, they can't relax before or after the class. Okay, we understand that's one problem. And now the school has an extra room, but it is old and dirty. Okay,
And it has a limited budget, the school.
exactly. The school has a limited budget. That means they don't have a lot of money. All right, they don't have money. You would like to turn this space into a student lounge. Okay, so what the problem is now your problem. How can you turn this place into a student lounge? What can you do? Okay. Now, I want you to take into consideration these steps over here from this page. Okay. Remember the steps? How do you do that? How do you solve the problem? Take a step-by-step approach to problem solving. 1, state the problem in the form of a question and make it clear and specific. Gather accurate information. Brainstorm a wide variety of solutions, both creative and conventional. Examine and try alternatives. Choose a solution. So the problem is the school doesn't have money. The school doesn't have money. That's the problem, you know? We have the place, but we don't have money. So we can fix this place for the students. We don't have the money. All right. So that is the problem. Let's do the first thing. First, most important thing. School doesn't have money. How can I write that right there in the form of a question?
Doesn't have money, the school money.
Doesn't have money, the school.
The-
Doesn't have money in school. Okay. But that's not clear. You know, that's not clear. For example, I want you to think about this. If I say, I'm not very good at English, that's my problem. I'm not very good in English. So if I want to think of a solution, I need to ask myself, how can I become good at English? How can I get good at English? How can I improve my English? How can I speak better? That is the question.
How can I get money To
The school.
How can I get money to or for the school? Yes, exactly. That would be the question right there. How can I get money for school? Or how can I get the money to school? Ooh, I said to school. The school. All right. All right. And now let's gather accurate information. All right. The accurate information. Let's see. All right. So the accurate information. The school has an extra building. Boom. That's one thing. Has an extra building. So we don't need to make another build. We don't need to make a room. We don't need to construct another room. We have the room. Okay, that's good. It's old and dirty. Okay, it's old and dirty. That's other information. And it doesn't have furniture or equipment. No chairs, no tables, nothing. Okay, so that's nothing. So basically, you have a room, but it's old and dirty and empty because it doesn't have anything. Okay, that's your information. And now you need to brainstorm a wide variety of solutions, both creative and conventional. For that, I am going to put you in pairs. Okay, I'm going to put you in pairs. So Ismael, you are going to work with Yasmin and Andres with Jackie. You need to come up with 10 solutions, 10 different ways to make money for the school, and write it in your notes, okay? 10 solutions. For example, one solution can be maybe you have a car wash, or maybe not solution to get money, maybe a solution to make the school better, but for free. I don't know, whatever you think. Okay, remember, the problem is we need a lounge for the students. How can we get a lounge for the students? How can we get money for the lounge? How can I make a beautiful lounge? Okay, those are the questions you need to ask your partner and have 10 solutions. You have 6 minutes to think of the solutions, okay? At 5:20, I am going to close the rooms and so you can return to the class. Are there any questions?
It's okay.
All right, please enter your room. Ten minutes to write your proposal. At 5:41, I want everybody to send me the proposals on WhatsApp, or if you want, you can copy and paste to the chat because everybody has a computer. So you can copy and paste to the chat. All right? You have 10 minutes, please.
Sure.
Yes, sir.
Can you put the PDF,
Yes.
please?
Is that okay, my friend?
Yes.
All right, great. Well, any questions, guys, before you begin?
No.
Hey,
Not
remember,
yet.
The help note. Use the help note. Please.
This wasted time and wasted saves this man. The upset and set things. How do you spell?
It also makes things harder, no?
Ab-
Oh,
absenteeism.
absenteeism.
Yeah. Absenteeism. Okay. It's also
You
makes
made a lot of mistakes.
it harder for students to get to know each other. The school have some parks where we can to use to make a place for relax. It's for other activities, but it's dirty. We should to do something for get money and fix and put decoration in the place. There are different ways to get money. For example, we have to do some events or party with rifles or and selling things like a garage sale.
All right. So Ismael, basically, you you did number 1 and number 2, but you forgot the last paragraph. The last paragraph is how you are going to implement this solution. Yes, you gave the solution to have parties and raffles and sell things, but how? How are you going to do it? What events, what parties, what raffles? And that's the last paragraph. Okay?
Can see of the form.
What?
I can do some explain of the solution of the form.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
okay. And continuing with this is, for example, we, for example, in events is kermesse or some dances. For example, like you say some in the all the movies or the American students or American school or the clubs do something for these activities of the school and sell or show for all the people or all the clients of the for the event, for example, or um, I don't know. Mm, it's like I don't remember how this goes. Mm, it's a event where all the clubs show or selling some things about it, about the
Oh,
school.
okay, okay. I know what you're talking about, like Girl Scout cookies and things like that, where they sell cookies and chocolate. It's a fundraiser.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's a fundraiser. Oh yeah, I love those things. Fundraisers are nice. I want some chocolate now. Anyways, well, Ismail, you have a few mistakes here, my friend. For example, this.
yeah, the autocorrect.
Yes, you have your autocorrect in Spanish, right?
Yeah,
Okay. Yes. That's why I prefer that you write it in your laptop. You know.
the, lo- the local is in Spanish too.
Word. Well, maybe it's gonna be a problem. But check that. You know. And for example, the school have no. The school is singular, so you need to put the school has. Parties is not spelled like that in plural form. Selling things, all of these things are something you need to fix. Okay. So Ismael, um, for your homework, I want you to write all of this correctly and to put the last paragraph, okay? And send it to me on WhatsApp.
Okay.
All right. Thank you, Ismael. But I like your solutions. You know, you're not only giving me one solution, you're giving me 2 or 3. It's great. And let's see with Andres. Andres, this is yours right here, right? Is it complete?
Yes.
Okay, all right. Well, um, automatically I see a lot of mistakes. The first word needs to be capital, man.
Yes.
But and I don't see periods.
I,
Where are your periods?
I thought that will be for only read teacher. Sorry.
Okay. Well, go ahead and read it to us.
And actually, with a lot of problems in the family house, the student need one safe place in their school for do extra activities like projects, homeworks, or study to them. So the school needs to have a place for this, a place where the student can do the extra activities, but the budget of every school is limited. So I propose to charge to the student with a little economy donation and to sell food and service in this place for do better the place. And some students with difficult economic situations have a scholarship to get free to the student lunch.
Okay. Okay. I like that solution. It's you're definitely thinking outside the box. You know, you're making the students pay because it's for the students. It's good. It's good.
A little bit. The bad students, the good students don't pay.
Okay.
Like,
Well, look, man. I need you to write this correctly.
yes.
Okay. From now on, everybody, Yasmin, Andres, Jackie, and Ismael, I want all of your writings to be writings. You know, I don't want it to be like a conversation. I want you to pay attention to everything about writing, the punctuation, the spelling, the order. You know, separate your paragraphs. Okay, if it's possible. I know it's a little difficult because you're sending it to me on chat, but maybe the next time you're gonna send me a screenshot of your thing, okay? But Andres, so your homework is to fix this, man. To fix this and make it a little bit longer. Is too short. Go into more details, okay? How much are you going to charge? Um, the lounge is dirty. Who's going to clean the lounge? You know, all of those things. You know, put it in, take into consideration, and write it to me, okay? And let's see what time is it. Okay, it's 5:56. Let's see, Yasmin. Yasmin, can you read yours, please? Yasmin? Miss Herrera.
Students don't have a place to study or to meet and relax before or after the class. Summarizing this, they need a place to cover their needs like students. They could solve this problem. They must research a solution and use the skill that they have. They make a big size garage because they don't need money to make this, and they get a lot of money.
Okay, very good. And it's not cell garage, it's a garage cell. Okay, but that's definitely a good one. Wow, I didn't think about that one. That's cool. Now, Yasmin, this is very small. This is one paragraph. You're supposed to put three.
Number letter is very small.
Okay. So look, I want you to add more details. When are you going to have the garage sales? Who's going to help? Um, all of these things, and who's going to clean the room? You know, everybody's forgetting that important thing. Who is going to clean the room? Or who is going to install the furniture? You know, implement the idea. So for your homework, no, I want you to do that. You know, add more details. But I will say that you did a good job with the punctuation and things like that. You use periods, you use commas. That's great. Okay. And the last but not least, we have Miss Jackie. Jackie.
The school doesn't have a place to study, to meet, or relax, and has a limited budget. We could use the school to do a party, the teacher could share the trends, the students can have fun while the school get money for the new area.
All right, that's also a good solution. Your sentences are pretty, but it is very short. Jackie, you need to give more details. More details. Um, you know, so you have everything. Now, how can you implement that to the school? You know, how is they have the money now, but who is going to do what? Who is going to clean? What are you going to buy? Sofas, vending machines. What is going to go into that? Okay, so for your homework, I want you to add that information and send it to me through WhatsApp. Okay. Now, and for everybody, you all have become better writers. I remember when you were in level 1, and in the case of Andres, level 2, you were, when you were writing, you were like babies. But now you write extensive sentences and you process some really good ideas. That's really great. I love to see the growth. Okay, it's beautiful. All right, but let's not conform. Let's keep getting better. Okay, so I ask you to please remember the things that I asked you for. Fix your writing and send it to me on WhatsApp. Okay.
Okay.
All right. Well, I will see you on Monday, and I will be expecting your writings latest on Sunday. Okay, send it to me on Sunday. And well, that is all, guys. Have a nice weekend. Thank you for coming to the class, and thank you for your writing.
Okay. Bye.
See you, teacher.
See you, Ismael.